new. Humans have always used maps to define the world around us. But technology has changed our relationship with maps. Until relatively recent, maps have been static and limited. Limited by what we knew, constrained by scale, and controlled by only one entity, which ultimately means that maps represent values and points of view. On top of that, all maps are inherently distorted by shape, distance, direction, and relative size. These distortions and limitations with printed maps make them incredibly powerful in shaping how we view the world and our place in it. You might be surprised just how large Africa really is. But what if that weren't the case? What if maps could be created by multiple people or communities, both local and global? What sorts of changes could we see then? Technology is changing how we make maps. And in small ways, it's changing our relationship with maps and the world they represent. Maps are no longer just something to be read. We can now become a part of our maps, labeling the world as we experience it. The world is always changing, and we no longer have to wait for our maps to catch up. We can now update them in real time. If we can now update maps as life unfolds and as we experience it, what could we do with this technology? People are using crowdsource mapping to bring about change and to bring awareness to problems. The promise and challenge of crowdsource mapping is that maps won't just tell us what is there. We will tell our maps what is there and why it matters. Maps can now tell our stories, and if our home isn't on the map, well, we can add it. We don't have to wait for someone else to write our story and to tell us what is and what is not a part of our community. We can shine light on problems, we can point out places that are important to us, we can put ourselves on the map, or we can simply know that our maps are just as changeable as the world around us.